Kathy has released a statement, and it's time for the Power Hour.
What are you doing? That's my news, you douche.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't.
Jeez. I can't with you. This is why I needed
Time for the Kathy Hour. It's time for the Kathy Hour. Welcome, everyone.
We're back.
Yeah, we're back. Please.
After a very divisive stream Max did earlier.
I was having fun.
And yes, I did call him a douche.
The douche hour is what you called it.
This is the douche hour.
Douche nozzle. Please, if like it, subscribe both channels, support both the Power Hour. We're going to talk about Green Lanterns, but Bruce called me. I just walked in the door. I was just selling stuff at a resale shop. I was cleaning out my basement, getting my exercise room. The exercising is going good. I'm almost a week on my exercising because I'm going to be 43 on Saturday. My wife's like, "What's getting on into you?" I'm like, "I'm going to be 43. I got to get it together, you know." So I'm doing good on my diet. Exercise is in part of my schedule. Christine Payne, our friend, she also inspired me on Instagram. She's always working out. I'm like, wow. You're
awesome.
No, so she really, I follow her on Instagram, and all the time she's in the gym working out. I'm like, man, I really got to get it together. So she's a big inspiration for me. I messaged her on Instagram a few times, like, you know, it really helps me to see other people doing it. So I'm doing it. And then we have all this news, and I will give a little short anecdote. Bruce said I'm weird for bringing this up, but I am odd, yes. But me and my friend were talking on the phone before, not Bruce. I have other friends besides Bruce.
Really?
Yeah. He's probably one of the best most of the time.
One of the best. Wow.
Except when you're in my chat criticizing the heck out of me.
Well, you know, I have to give a opposing view of your.
Yeah. Oh, do you have to do it all the time?
Just saying.
Shout out to Degrassi. He also pushes back on me consistently.
Thank you, Ed. I have like 15 years on you. Quit crying like you little douche.
Well, I have to say, I think I might. I just was telling my friend about an experience I have with AI at work, and he's like, "Dude, that's not helping you. That is your replacement." And I'm like, it actually could be. I could be doing something to help train my AI replacement. And I work at customer service on the phone, and it's a program that is presented to workers as training to help you, but you're responding to AI like you're talking to a person. It's recording. You have to record yourself and send it forward. And I may be training my AI replacement.
I think we should get an AI Max for the show, because
that's why
we'll get better takes if we did that. If
I get replaced by AI, I'm going hardcore YouTube. I really am, and then I'm not
gonna make any money on YouTube.
Well, not if everyone's replaced. No.
Let's say hi to the chat. Jaron, stop showing illegal casting stuntman who doesn't even have screen presence as Jon Stewart. ZJH, Kristen Ritter joins Dexter Resurrection. Ed LeBeau, meh. Daryl Taylor, I can't wait for the show. What did people think it was going to be? James Gunn said from day one it was going to be grounded, take on the characters in the form of True Detective. Mm-hmm. Sean Hickman, hey. Necron wants some dinner. Hello, Mama Bear.
Yeah. Chat first.
Chat first, voices next.
No, Necron, what I was experiencing at work was voice
There you
AI. It was voice. It was responding to my voice, responding to my words. And it was supposed to, it's saying, this is to help you. Like, maybe we don't have training with people anymore. This is supposed to maybe replace the training department. But then I was thinking about it. And my friend's like, dude, you don't even know what you're doing. You're training your replacement. And he said, something's happening at my work too. Exactly like that. Like, I have to do this thing. It's watching me work, and we are training our replacements. And then he's like, then he goes full conspiratorial theory, and he's like, we're doomed.
You know,
So
I can see jobs in customer service and in supermarkets being replaced by AI and self checkouts, and you don't even need people in stores. And the Amazon store, you just walk in, grab stuff, and walk out.
I am one of those people that goes to the person. If there's a self checkout and there's one cashier, I will wait in line for the cashier. So,
Oh, Chris is here. What's
hey,
up,
Chris? How's it going? Hope you're doing well.
stranger?
Yeah. I'll figure out something. You don't think I can make it on YouTube if I had 100% of my time?
With my help, yes.
Yeah. Well, I would need your help. I would need all of it. We got to stick together. Listen, this is why you can't use AI to replace my bad hot takes. My wife's.
Let me think. Could I? I think I could. Because I know a few YouTubers that have bad hot takes, and I could just bring them on and just
AI
rail
can't
against their
replace
takes.
this. Look at that. Nothing. No AI can replace this, or you, or Bruce.
Listen, I can sit a bottle of water where you're sitting and have better takes from the bottle of water than you do.
Degrassi has no. You're my friend. I wasn't intending to talk about being replaced, and my friend's like, you don't know what you're doing. I said, I had my first experience with AI on the job today, and it's just supposed to help me learn a few
sure
things.
it wasn't? You sure it wasn't on Pornhub?
No.
Okay.
You're training. Wait, what? You're training to replace it and have likely already given the permission to steal your voice. Yeah, exactly. All the fine print.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We got
all do joint custody on Bruce.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna try to figure out something I could do. If that happens, I'll just ride the wave, and if it crashes, I'll crash and burn on YouTube. I was replaced stream. I'm planning to YouTube it up if I get replaced. Okay, sorry, I don't mean to take up that. That was the weird moment.
Samir wants to know how many serious videos based on troll posts could you make in a day?
I don't know. Is that a challenge?
That is a challenge.
Yeah.
What was your thumbnail today, anyway? I didn't see it.
That was Kathleen Kennedy, and it was
Dave Filoni.
Dave Filoni. I'm just proud of my thumbnail, and it was Dave Filoni in handcuffs. So even though he may be replacing her, he can't really go out on his own because there's still going to be stuff that he's going to be producing in the background, and they're still going to do her stuff. But we have an update.
What kind of thumbnail is this?
It's an amazing thumbnail.
Listen, first of all, she is leaving, and it sounds horrible.
She is leaving, and it sounds horrible. Yes.
First of all, those letters do not pop, so you don't even notice them looking at your thumbnail. Those letters should have been at least half an inch or inch thicker, with highlighted around the letterings and a shadow, and then maybe layered in 3 different rows. You could have made your thumbnail better.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying, thumbnails for dummies. I mean, for YouTubers.
Yeah.
But
she has spoken. Are we doing
that?
But
since you brought up your horrible thumbnail and your horrible takes earlier about the queen that is Kathleen Kennedy and Kennedy Bros that you're calling us. Apparently today,
Kathy Bros.
The lovely Kathleen Kennedy put out a statement. Let me just do this.
Oh God.
Here we go. And
well, Star Wars is not in a great place right now.
Here we go. Let me just make this bigger.
Loud and clear. Oh
We
my
read
God.
all these speculative
Oh
reports
my
that
God.
you are out. That there's frenzy for the next person who's going to take over Lucasfilm. What is the truth? From Kathleen Kennedy, the force will always be female.
Oh, wait.
Max
I already found something that there's giving a little wiggle room.
Hold on, let me finish.
I
The
already
truth
see
is,
something.
and I just want to say loud and clear, I am not retiring. I will
From
never
movies.
retire from movies.
From movies, not
I will
Lucasfilm.
die making movies.
Yes.
This is the first thing that's important to say.
Yes.
I am not retiring.
From
What's
making
happening?
movies, not from
Can I
Lucasfilm.
finish?
Yes.
What's happening at Lucasfilm is I have been talking for quite some time with Bob and Alan about what eventual succession might look like. We have an amazing bench of people here, and we have every intention of making an announcement months or a year down the road. And we go here.
She just confirmed it. I'm not retiring. She's doing a James Gunn, Bruce. She's doing a James Gunn. I didn't hire. I'm not retiring from movies. No one said you're retiring from movies. You said you're retiring from Lucasfilm.
She will be in Star Wars orbit for years to come. She's not leaving until all her projects are done.
As a producer. This basically confirms it.
She's not going anywhere.
This confirms it.
Not going anywhere. There we go. Degrassi was right. He was the only one.
No, you're wrong. This does not confirm that she is not relieving Lucasfilm or retiring from Lucasfilm. This just confirms
stepping down isn't the same as retiring.
Oh my God. You're playing the James Gunn thing.
So she's going to have even more time to be involved with individual movies as a producer. So she's going to produce the hell out of Star Wars. You guys lose. We win.
No,
greatest producer
no one wins in this scenario. No one wins. This basically confirms the rumors are correct. I don't care what semantic battles you want to do. Retiring, stepping down, leaving, whatever, fired, whatever. She seems like she is going to be stepping down, not retiring. As Lucasfilm, but she put it as I am not retiring from movies.
I win. Thank you.
I'm not retiring from. I am not retiring from movies. Confirmation.
She's going to have more time not running, being the president, to be more creative and involved in Star Wars now. Thank you very much, Kathleen, the queen of Lucasfilm.
Not anymore.
And shout out to Joe. She has given us more successful Star Wars than George Lucas.
Bullshit.
Thank you, Mama Bear. She is not going anywhere.
But that's the thing. Even if she steps down, she's going to be, you were right, Bruce. She's going to be producing behind the scenes. She's produced name all over that place. And that's why it's so hard to find a successor. Who wants to deal with that when there's Kathy still, the Kathy stank still hanging around?
Leaving an executive position at a company isn't retiring.
I don't care what you say.
She's not wrong. Thank you, Anthony.
I don't care what you say. And this was not, she did not come to this on her own volition. Like, everything's peachy. I'm just going to decide this. I'm just going to decide. Now, I don't have any facts.
Of course, you don't have any facts.
But I do have the facts about the park and about the shows.
The park is a ridiculous argument that she had something to do with a failed hotel because people couldn't afford to stay at the hotel. Get out of here with that nonsense.
Oh, that's the only reason. If it was the original trilogy hotel, people would have paid whatever amount.
What? Are you out of your mind?
No,
Have you been smoking? Have you been smoking crack? You been sniffing coke? Have you been doing Quaaludes?
Not that I know of. No.
Well, you should stop because maybe you'll have better takes and better facts.
She's not retiring from movies. That was great. That was such a James Gunn answer. I'm not retiring from movies.
How did you bring Kathleen Kennedy to James Gunn?
Because they asked the question. They asked the question, "Are you retiring from Lucasfilm?" And she says, "I'm not retiring from movies." How about that, reporter? I will do movies until I will produce until I die. Okay. Does anyone? I don't really care about the Jurassic Park franchise anymore. I mean, I'm looking forward to the new movie because the director and Scarlett Johansson. James Gunn brain rot. No.
Max goes to sleep thinking about James Gunn. He wakes up thinking about James Gunn. Give me a Star Trek hotel. I would go there. Me and Nerdy Geek will stay at the Star Trek hotel. Thank you. Call it 10 forward. Thank you very much.
No. I was actually well, here's the thing. Based on my stream earlier, it doesn't even matter because she's still going to be producer, even if she steps down or whatever you want to call it. She's still going to be around, and it's not like they could get a fresh slate like they got with DC. It's going to be a half measure, like the Hamadaverse. That's what I meant by Hamadaverse. Is the half measures don't really seem to work out, and unless you get a fresh start with a fresh slate of projects, it's still going to feel like Kathy. Some people might be all for that, you know.
And speaking of which, the Queen herself has broken news again. We have an update on a Star Wars project officially announced. Kathleen Kennedy said Sean Levy's Star Wars movie starring Ryan Gosling will be set maybe 5 or 6 years after the rise of Skywalker.
Okay, this one wasn't in
Gosling
question.
has been confirmed as being cast in Star Wars.
Okay. That's a confirmation, but the Sean Levy, people weren't really questioning that because he's so hot right now after Deadpool Wolverine. You know.
Hotel Enterprise, 10 forward for the restaurant. Ooh. And the holodeck for the back rooms.
Well, I hope there's still some good announcements at Celebration, and I hope to actually get excited about the Mandalorian Grogu movie, which I'm not, and I love the series. I mean, first 2 seasons, season 3 was decent. It's just I'm not like losing my mind over it, you know.
Yes. You know, and she said whoever replaces her, it's going to take a year or more to find a replacement for her. She's going to stick around for a while and help that person, meaning whoever is picked is going to be handpicked by her to continue her legacy of great Star Wars.
Yeah.
You all right, Max? You seem a little down over
No. I mean, I've come back to Star Wars after the Mandalorian's what brought me back. The Mandalorian and Grogu. When they first I was cheering in the living room when I watched on Disney Plus.
Holy crap. We got more breaking news.
What?
The series and movie set around the Mandalorian may bring some of the characters back from the sequel saga, says Lucasfilm head Kathleen Kennedy. We could end up seeing Rey or Ben Kenobi. Not Ben Kenobi. Ben Solo. Early.
I don't know how that would work, but
it would be a young, it could be young, you know, it could be young. You know, they could show him just turning to the dark side, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Who do you think's going to be the replacement? I think Filoni is definitely in. They're saying Favreau, it would actually be a step down from he'd make less money than he gets as projects for movies and series, and then more responsibility and more risk. If
Oscar Isaac is coming back. I did like that.
Could they do Oscar Isaac younger without the aging?
Kaufman.
Oscar Isaac, I think, should have deserved a series, a Disney Plus series.
I don't think so. I don't know. The comic books didn't sell that well. What? Jeff Johns? But stop. Just stop.
No one wants Jeff Johns.
Stop. Even I agree with Max, and for me to agree with Max,
Mama Bear, I doubt they'd get Boyega back. He said he's coming back. If they do his character right, I think he'll be back. Also, to be fair, this John Boyega of 2025 is a different John Boyega of a few years ago, where he was coming off fresh off the Rise of Skywalker, and his other projects have not really haven't really made a lot of money or been successful, honestly. Once you do that
stuff, it's Netflix films have been good.
Okay. I mean, I'm rooting for him. I'm just saying he's not really the leaning man box office draw that he thought he might have been, but I think as Finn, he could be. Like, honestly, if they did 10, 11, and 12, I would rather that focus be on Finn than Rey. I think Finn could, Finn's story was kind of just, I think there's a lot of things you could do with the Finn. Have him become a general too, or have him become a Jedi, So I'm not opposed to that either.
Oh, we have more breaking news.
Okay.
Kathleen Kennedy says Taika Waititi is now working for a new writer for his Star Wars movie. I think if we ever do get to a script with Taika, it's going to be fantastic. I already saw a first act that I love, but tying him down, it's tricky.
Taika Waititi's not going to happen. He already was joking that I'm making a script that people are going to hate. He's already had bad press, and the industry he's kind of got,
isn't it?
The industry also, he is not the darling they thought he was after Ragnarok. He's had a few big misses, and he's on the decline. He's not hot like when he was signed. So I doubt. I mean, it's still. I'm saying it's possible. My extra speculation. I doubt that Taika Waititi is going to get a Star Wars movie still.
I wouldn't care either way.
And this is more to save face. Trying to tie him down is tricky. That's kind of an out to say. It's kind of an out to say he's busy.
Ben Solo. So Derek Hoffman, Carrie Beck, Lin-Wyn Brennan, Emma Watts, and Dave Filoni.
Is there more Star Wars news? Are we going to talk about Green Lanterns?
Oh, we do have more Star Wars news.
Okay.
Kathleen Kennedy on whether Tony Gilroy will make another Star Wars project after Andor. I don't think he ever believed he'll be decade inside Star Wars. He's writing some things on his own, and I think he'd like to get back into the director's chair. So we'll see what he does, but he's such a talent, just fantastic.
I will give Kathy absolute credit for Rogue One and Andor, and Tony Gilroy is an amazing creative. And that connection is definitely because of Kathy. Tony Gilroy would not be involved with Star Wars if it wasn't for Kathy. The thing is, nobody cares because people don't watch Andor. A lot of people don't watch Andor. I love Andor. Most people don't like it. Most people think it's Andor, So it's one of the best things Star Wars has ever done is Andor for me. There's some amazing sequences that's like at the high end of art sci-fi, But I'm sure also that he did Kathy a favor by doing this, so she's probably going to hook him up.
Well, this is everything.
All her connections.
So all of these things that are going on today, her announcement, her interview, little updates on Star Wars project, goes against everything Max said earlier about her and the press. Yes.
No, it does not.
Yes, it does. And speaking of which, we have
Deadline is one of her favorite places to go. Deadline, Variety, that's her friend.
Where do you want her to go?
I'm just saying she goes to the softball places. She goes to the softball places, and then she basically confirmed the rumors by saying, "I'm not retiring from movies." That wasn't the question, Kathy. The question was if you were stepping down or retiring from Lucasfilm. And then she said, "Well, if you must know, reporter, we've always been looking for a successor." That's PR. That's PR. It confirms the stories are true.
Speaking of which, we have another announcement.
Okay.
James Mangold's Dawn of the Jedi movie is still in development.
Everything's still in development. Everything's still in development.
He's working on this script right now. He got delayed a bit because of the Dylan movie and award season. You have to accommodate top talent to a certain extent. Bam. Mic drop.
Okay, I was, everything's still in development. Everyone's just really busy. Taika Waititi's just hard to tie down. For some reason, Kathy wants to tie down Taika Waititi. Okay, James
So
Mangold.
you're getting updates on all of this.
James Mangold and Sean Levy are some of the most consistent big box office directors right now. So those were good choices to get those people involved. People want to know about the Rey movie, Kathy, not about Dawn of the Jedi.
Well, we just got a update about the Rey movie.
Well,
like
I got a
last
writer.
week.
That's nothing. That just
What do you mean that's nothing?
You know how many times they hire, how many script writers they go? That doesn't mean there's real progress. It doesn't mean there's real progress on the Rey movie.
She's not wrong. See.
So you're right, Samir. I'm saying even IGN, when she went to IGN, she couldn't answer the questions.
Oh, how about this? When you go on your friend's shows for interviews, they don't give you hard questions. You don't have tough questions of your guests when you do interviews.
Softball. Bob Iger, Feige sometimes, and Gunn really does answer some hard questions.
Swamp Thing is already written. He'll be making that first.
Great. I want to see it. I love James Mangold.
And there's also another Kathleen Kennedy announcement.
Oh, good.
As of right now, they're focusing on the Mandalorian universe.
As of right now.
Yes.
Okay, that means Rey's not happening for a little bit. I just hope. Listen.
The Rey movie's not going to happen until 2027 anyway. We knew this.
It's going to be sad if Mandalorian Grogu gets to the theater and there's little hype and it does not do well, because it's going to be a long time before you get another Star Wars movie in the theaters. They're not going to do it. They're afraid. If they actually bring this to theaters and it does not do well, and then the last 3 Disney Plus series also have really bad numbers, you're not going to get Star Wars for a while. I hope we do get more Star Wars, but I really don't think Andor is going to blow people away with numbers, and that's going to be Acolyte, Skeleton Crew, Andor, and then the Mandalorian movie. If those all don't hit and bring new, you have to consistently bring some new customers in. If it doesn't, no, I haven't seen the D23 trailer, Degrassi. I don't know.
There's a new one.
I mean, I think I saw really bad quality clips a little bit, but I'm personally not excited yet until I see a full blown trailer. I'm not like, it's just been a long time. It's like, if they would have executed this Mandalorian Grogu movie when it was most popular, I don't think it's a little bit past its relevancy. I don't know.
I swear, it's like everything you've ever said about Kathleen Kennedy, she's addressing today. We have another quote from Kathleen about projects not releasing at the beginning development. Not every single thing we put in development are we going to make. That's not unusual. We want to make those things that we feel are the best.
Sure.
We want to make things that, as time passes, feel relevant to what the audience is responding to. So there's constant discussion around that. So yeah, that's a tricky one, because a lot of the scrutiny around Star Wars and the negativity has been about development. Of course, we're going to develop a lot of things with an understanding that not everything gets made, which is typical of every studio.
Yeah,
a lot of things going to development and not getting made.
I'm being sarcastic here. It's completely normal, the amount of announcements that they knew they were never going to get made, that were paid by their cash cow fans at Celebration to get them all hyped, that they knew they were never going to execute. Absolutely, Kathy. It's completely normal. It's abnormal, the amount of projects.
Thank you, Degrassi. Sounds like every other studio ever.
No, it doesn't.
Yes,
Incorrect.
It does,
Incorrect. I'm debunking Degrassi, because yes,
you can't debunk Degrassi.
I am right now, because the amount of projects is a joke. It's on the same level as Blade is going to eventually happen. The amount of things that we've been going, it's usual that stuff doesn't get made. Degrassi. Just like James
problem,
Gunn. A
think
few
when you
projects
say
here or there. A few
I
projects
think when you say that it's not it's not unusual. When you said it's not unusual, it's not usual. The amount. But if the only reason we know about this stuff is because so many people are so hard focused on Lucasfilm and everything, every word. You don't listen to every other studio what they announce and what doesn't get into development.
It's her own damn fault if she does a sizzle reel for Star Wars Celebration with Patty Jenkins getting into Starfighter and she knows it might not ever happen. Well, then they shouldn't do these big sizzle reels.
Studios announce dozens and dozens of projects every year that never happen.
I understand that. I'm not arguing that. I'm saying the amount of projects that Lucasfilm has announced over the years and the wasteland of Star Wars at the theater, and now the diminishing shows are even a problem. Compared to other studios, it's like this. Lucasfilm, all the projects.
Do you know how many comic book projects get announced to be made into a movie and a TV show during the year, Max? That are not Marvel and DC?
Mm-hmm.
Dozens. They get announced.
I'm not saying
they don't get made. They get put on a shelf for 4 to 5 years.
Do people not understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Max,
I know.
It'll be okay.
I know this happens across all industries. I'm saying the amount of projects that Kathy has said over the years and major big announcements and made money off these announcements. Took money from investors and shareholders.
All right.
The amount is not equal.
If you agree with Max, put a 1 in the chat. If you agree with me, put a 2 in the chat. And I'm going to give you 5 minutes to talk amongst yourselves because I'll be right back, Max. So,
I don't need you to agree with me. I search your feelings, to be true. The amount is ridiculous. The amount of projects that they've worked over from Lucasfilm that haven't come to fruition. I know in the industry that projects fall through, video games, movies, all that stuff. Okay. I thank you for the support. Thanks, Mama Bear, Daryl, Samuel, Nerdy Geek. Okay, Degrassi, if you say so. That's why we haven't had a movie in 5 years, and the shows are not doing well, and everything's still happening. It's just everyone's too busy for Star Wars. False equivalency.
All right.
False equivalency.
Must we remind you, Max?
Yes.
That there was a writer's strike.
And oh God! Here come the excuses. There's a pandemic.
So every project.
James Gunn's doing all right, isn't he?
A lot of shows lost writers, showrunners, directors because it didn't fit into their schedule. Am I correct or wrong?
And James Gunn canceled all that shit by what he's accomplished in 3 years.
What? He hasn't put anything out.
It's ready to go. It's on the launch pad. We got other projects, Lanterns and Supergirl are halfway done filming with Superman in the can, ready to be released in July. He had to basically do a whole reboot, and then Star Wars is DC has having shows and movies.
Here we go. Captain Sugar right here. 1 and 2. Right in the fence. We love you, Blue Jay.
Yeah.
2 is for Bruce. That is correct.
Yeah. You are being told, but okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right.
Actually, we're being told by multiple people. Other studios have more.
Prove it. I'm doing what you do to me. Prove it. All right. I'm not taking your word for it. Prove it, Degrassi.
Look how many 2s are in the chat for me.
I'm doing what you guys do to me. Prove it. I'm not just taking your word for it. You never listen to me.
Well, look how you talk to the audience. I don't care what you guys think.
No, because people don't. I have a lot of experience in movie talk and a lot of experience in customer service and working for the company. No, I said there's already, Samir, I said there's already a few projects that aren't getting made, which is not great. Why did he announce them then?
Blue Jay, I thought you were a straight edge guy. Now you're talking about booger sugar and all this stuff. Jeez.
No, that's DL. I don't know if Blue Jay's straight edge. Blue Jay told me about
Blue Jay is very straight edge down the middle.
Oh, I thought you meant straight edge where he doesn't drink or anything.
No, I'm talking about his opinions.
Okay. Daryl Taylor. I'm sorry, Daryl Taylor. I know Daryl Turner. That's why I did that. Please stop comparing James Gunn to other studios, Max, because you're not making sense. I'm saying I'm not going to take the writer's strike and the pandemic excuse because James Gunn got it together, and we're still waiting on some movement on the Ray movie, and just getting another writer ain't a lot of movement. That's not a lot of movement to me. That's a throwaway thing you could do just to keep people. Oh, we're getting a new writer. Okay.
And here we go. We can read that one.
You were literally complaining the last Power that Gunn was announcing stuff that is not getting like. I did say that. Yes, a few. No, I said a few projects. I said a few projects compared to the shit pile of unfinished and delivered projects by Lucasfilm. A few. I'm saying, why was this so important to James to announce the slate, especially the Authority? The reason I'm really concerned about the reason I'm concerned so much about the Authority is because we have an Authority member in the Superman movie with the engineer. So I'm like, okay, they might not the Authority is no longer a priority, but you have an Authority member with the engineer in Superman movie. So I'm confused. But yeah, he's had a few projects. I understand this is normal. I think at this point you still give James Gunn the benefit of the doubt, where I just doubt. I don't give Kathy that. I just doubt Kathy. I give James Gunn the benefit of the doubt because he's had a lot of some recent successes where Kathy has had a lot of failures. He's getting new projects in development shot right now. What is being there could be things we don't know about yet that are going to be announced at Star Wars Celebration besides Mandalorian and Grogu. What is being worked on for Star Wars right now in development, like ready to shoot? We don't know. Maybe there's something coming up right at Star Wars Celebration. And then I'm like, oh, okay. But they need stuff to release after Mandalorian Grogu. It just seems like they're going all in on Mandalorian Grogu and let the rest just sit there until they see what happens with the movie, especially since the numbers are sliding for each Disney Plus Star Wars. They're waiting to see what the reception of Andor and Mandalorian Grogu. So it's going to be a while before you get more Star Wars.
I have something for you, Max.
Yes.
Did anyone ever tell you look like a penis with a little hat on?
On my cap.
There we go. Degrassi. Burden proof is on you.
I don't care. I'm on the panel.
Kathleen Kennedy can't even retire right. That is what Max is saying right
She
now.
Can't even retire. That's why no one wants the job. That's why it's just going to be poor old Dave Filoni, who actually likes Kathy.
I changed my mind too.
That's why no one wants the job, because she's still hanging around like a fart in an elevator. You can't get rid of it, Her stank is there. You even if you try to take the job, she's like hanging around like, I'm still a producer. There
are two Authority members in Supergirl.
All right. That's cool, Degrassi. I'm just like, okay, so I'm concerned still about the Authority because I want to see the Authority, especially if there's all these.
Here we go. Universal Studios has 37 films in development, all due to release by 2029.
Okay.
You think all 37 films are going to release?
Why is this an argument? I said it's an industry standard where everything in development doesn't come out. The amount of projects can you make me bigger? The amount of projects that Kathy and Lucasfilm have announced or not officially announced, or all those stupid arguments that
Not officially announced.
I don't care. The amount of in development projects that have not come to fruition is a joke. And that's why James Gunn gets the benefit of the doubt. And I doubt Kathy, you know. That's the nuance you get from
Mad Penis Entertainment. Thank you for that. Blue Jay, can you make a song with Mad Penis Entertainment? I hope Max gets to meet Kathy one day.
If I met her in real life, I would thank her for producing movies from my childhood. And I don't know what I would say about Star Wars. I would not thank her for Star Wars, that's for sure.
Warner Brother has 58 films in development due by 2020.
Yeah, and not all those are happening either, Samir. I get it. I already knew this. I wasn't saying this was, you know. Yeah, poor Dave Filoni. I like Dave Filoni. Where's the Rian Johnson trilogy? He's just too busy. He's too busy making Knives Out.
Hey, Christina Payne, what's going on?
Christina, I'm almost done with the week of my exercise schedule and eating right and portion control, and you're my inspiration. And you stay on me, Christina. You know, if you want to message me on Instagram where I follow Christina, say, Max, are you keeping up with your schedule? Yes.
And here we go. What did I miss? Is Max crying? Max, yes, he's been crying for the last 40 minutes.
I am not crying, RJ. I was already come to terms that the news wasn't great yesterday on the reports that I read. Basically, Kathy confirmed all the reports because she didn't. When they asked her, are the rumors true that you're retiring from Lucasfilm? And she says, I will never retire from movies. Completely doesn't answer the question like a James Gunn question. I am never retiring from movies. I will produce movies till the day I die. That's not what we asked, Kathy. We asked if you're stepping down from Lucasfilm. And then she says, I am always looking for succession, which basically proves that the rumors are true.
See, this is why if they choose Dave Filoni.
People don't like. I know. I like him. I know people don't like him. You don't like him.
I'm not a fan of his. What he did to Ahsoka, I wasn't very happy with.
He created the character.
Doesn't matter. His life. He is not a capable live action director.
Agree to disagree.
You just stick to animation. That's just my opinion.
I loved Ahsoka. I know, RJ. Everyone's like, see, debunked. She's not retiring from Lucasfilm.
Debunked. She's not retiring.
She's not. She is retiring from Lucasfilm presidency.
See, Max will still complain when we get dates and it comes out. Max will always complain.
Yeah, it's not her own terms. It's not her own terms.
It's not her own.
I mean, I will correct myself and clarify. I don't think it's her own terms based on
the Wawa Hour. Thank you, Necron.
On her performance with Star Wars from recent years. You don't even have Star Wars competing in the movie theater, and the Disney Plus shows are not doing well numbers. So you don't have the excuses that you have with MCU, whereas like, oh, they're diluting themselves. They've got movies, they got TV shows, they got too much content out there. You literally don't have too much Star Wars content out there, and it's still failing. I want to see it for season 2.
How about give Lucasfilm to Eric July?
I would do that. Anyone but Kathy. Anyone but Kathy. Yes. Yeah, I would totally do that.
Remember to thumbs up. Thank you, Christina.
Mm-hmm. Not her terms. I don't know, Samir. I don't know how you could think that she's not being pressured by stockholders, shareholders, and the upper people of Disney with the performance of Star Wars right now, besides the licensing agreements. You can make so many mistakes, and Star Wars will still make you money by companies wanting your brand, licensing agreements, but actually new projects and expanding Star Wars, she is not doing well. Acolyte was a big deal that failed. I loved it, but it failed. Skeleton Crew did not do good numbers. And Andor season 2, I doubt. I mean, it's possible. Andor does.
There was no Andor season 2 greenlit.
What?
Just like there was no Obi-Wan season 2 greenlit. Or
they already filmed Andor season 2. What are you talking about?
I mean, not Andor. I mean, Boba Fett and Obi-Wan season 2.
No, I'm talking about Andor. I'm looking forward to Andor season 2. I don't think a lot of people are, though. You know? Yeah, Carrie Beck.
Do you want to move on, or you want to stick to this?
We have an hour. We could go past the hour. Let's talk about Green Lantern. Let's get our first thoughts on Green Lantern. Oh, Samir, actually, can I be real? Highlight Samir's comment. This is how fair I am, or I'll do it. I would take Ryan Johnson over Kathy Kennedy. Yes, because at least he has a vision, and he has a lot of connections in Hollywood with other directors and talent. And I think he would have a strong vision. So even though it would hurt to swallow my pride, because I said his trilogy isn't happening. Now, does he have the skills to be a producer of all these projects? I don't know. But I will stick to my word. Anyone's better than Kathy.
Little Movie Perp has stepped into the chat. You got nothing on this, Max. Nothing. I'm so sorry.
What we got is the confirmation, Perp, that she is stepping down as Lucasfilm president. She's just not retiring from movies. She's going to produce movies till the day she dies, and she's always looking for a successor. That's just the sweetest, most PR way you could say, yeah, the rumors are true.
So what she basically saying is she will motherfucking die at Lucasfilm. They will be wheeling her cold dead body out Lucasfilms before she retires from Lucasfilm.
She's not ever retiring from movies is the only thing that she got confirmation here. That's it.
Paramount Skydance wants Kevin Feige real bad. Ooh,
I don't know. I don't know what Feige's going to do, because there was also reports. These are from scoopers that Kathy. Remember when they were talking about Feige doing a Star Wars movie after Endgame? That was legit, and she blocked that from happening. She was not happy. I think Iger wanted Feige to do a Star Wars movie. And they wanted him to take over at the time, too. And she did not like that. And she stopped that shit from happening. Even to the point where saying it was a rumor, and there was actually, he was going to work on a Star Wars project.
3-1. What's going on in 3-1?
That's it's my birthday, and that's also, she wants me to shout out another YouTuber, which we could shout out now. I subbed him already, Christina, I'm sorry. I forget the YouTuber's name.
J.J. Abrams will make a great replacement. Ooh, that go really well.
Mad Spidey. Mad Spidey. She's
Mad Spidey from Australia.
Yeah, she's trying to help him get to 1K subs. Interesting channel. I would like to talk to him too. Mad Spidey. I'll put it in there today too, but I'll remember on March 1st. Let me bring that up here. Does anyone really know a really good wireless mouse? Because this one's finicky.
Yeah, I have one. A Lightspeed.
Okay, send me
G502 Lightspeed.
How much is that?
I don't know. I don't pay for stuff.
Okay, why? I'm interested.
Kevin Feige is a huge Shrekker. Oh, Terry! Dang, I left the other night and come back to see y'all are still talking about Star Wars. We're moving on from Star Wars.
Well, here's Mad Spidey if you want to help a good YouTuber get to 1K, and that's via Christina Payne. Yeah. All right. Enough I've had enough Kathy talk, please. All right. She's still in the picture somewhat.
We can talk about this actually.
Are we talking
Warner
about the
Brothers
main
Discovery
topic?
turned $677 million profit for 2024. Streaming subs grow to 116.9 million subscribers.
From what though? I want to know what it was from, the subscriber growth. It could have been 116 to 116.9.
Oh, jeez.
We don't know. I mean, that's good. Better than Disney Plus right now.
They added 6.4 million customers.
Okay, that's decent. That's good to hear.
Yeah. I thought we'd just throw that in there. It seems like most, a few streaming services besides Netflix are profitable.
Yeah.
And then we have, let me find it. Where is it? So this Trump stuff on my thing.
Oh my God. I looked at the trending and I got pissed off. I'm like, oh God.
Yeah, trending is horrible. I'm trying to stay away from trending.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Are we actually going to talk about lanterns?
What? Well, why are we going to talk about lanterns?
That's that was on your thumbnail.
Oh, I guess we could talk about lanterns. Here we go. From a post from Jimmy, Jokey Joke Gun. Excited that Lanterns is now in production. DC Studios' new show for HBO and Max from creators Chris Mundy, Damon Lindelof, and Tom King. Let's go, Tom King. Starring Kyle Chandler and Aaron Pierre is something really special. Streaming on Max. And we got a picture.
Okay, and my first you want to know my first reactions?
What's your first reaction?
A little boring. But am I expecting them to see a first image to see them in the Green Lantern suit? I guess not. I guess they can't do that yet. That's going to be a big reveal.
Mm-hmm.
I just have concerns that they're going to do too much in civilian clothes and not enough in Lantern action and investigating into civilians.
Well, we knew that this was going to be a true detective type story,
And I want, and they said Earth-based.
Yes.
I will say Aaron Pierre looks a lot better than Hal Jordan, but I think he's supposed to be an older Hal Jordan that's been through some shit, right? If you think even a divorce, he might be a drinker.
If you're a space cop for 30 years or 20 years, or whatever the case may be, of course you're gonna see some shit.
No,
aliens trying to kill you.
So he might be intentionally looking like
yes,
shit.
He looks run down and haggard.
Right, he might intentionally be looking like that. I'm just, as a first look, this was not thrilling at all, though. But it I understand that it doesn't need to be. Hopefully we get some of that stuff in the future, though.
Let me ask you this. Do you feel the same way you felt when they released that first photo of Corn Sweat sitting down in that picture? Oh,
no. Different.
Okay.
I don't think that was the right picture. I always liked Corn Sweat as Superman, and I actually really like the suit now. The way they showed the first image is torn up, and he looked unhappy, and he's looking at his boots. I didn't like that as a first image. At least they showed the suit. This is just, it's just basic, I'm not getting a lot of feelings regardless. If they do that vibe for Hal, I understand why he's looking like that. It seems that's the way. And Jon Stewart, I'm surprised they had him shave off his goatee. He looked great with the goatee because isn't there Jon Stewart with the goatee?
Yeah, he's had a goatee in the comics.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, they're going without the goatee. I kind of wish they had it with it, but I guess he looks younger this way. Grounded Green Lantern. Like, yeah, I any preconceptions?
I'm sorry. Any preconceptions you might have should immediately be tossed.
Yeah.
John
Aaron
Stewart
Pierce
does
looks
not
great.
appear to have his ring on. Correct.
That's a good point.
Speaking of rings, there we go. There is the first look at the Green Lantern ring.
Yeah. It looks all right.
Yeah, it's fine.
No, but are you upset with people that say this looks underwhelming? I understand that. It doesn't look exciting.
It's not exciting. It's not exciting at all. It's just
yeah.
Again, it's going to be a murder mystery set in a small town. There was there until recently Hal Jordan was restricted to Earth. He couldn't leave Earth by the Guardians. So this does fit with some stories that have happened in DC Comics where he was stuck on Earth and, just had to patrol Earth. These are traveling heroes. Anthony says his ass.
Those diapers, though. What? Yeah, the casting's good.
As far from a CW show as one could get.
Are you saying this is going to be very adult, Degrassi? Adult themes? And I think because he said something earlier. Yeah.
Oh, yes. I actually have something from... Yes, it's going to be a lot of mature material going on in this show. There's going to be some he's going to be a man whore.
How?
Yes. How is a man whore? He slept with a lot of women over his years in comics. We got something from the showrunner. It's a little long, bear with me. When showrunner Chris Mundy says it is not part of the DCU's larger storytelling plan, and that season one
man, I have a problem with that already. Why not?
Season 1 is designed to be its own complete season of television that hopefully will become mini seasons. It simply means Lanterns will not have any overarching ties into the DCU or overt displays of connection into the universe.
Could I stop you right there?
Go ahead.
I have really concerns that James Gunn and the comic book industry is doing what Joe wants. And that really concerns me. Is nothing's connected, everything stands on its own, and they're removing tissues to connect stuff.
That's a false narrative you're talking right there.
He's saying everything doesn't have to connect, it should be its own thing.
Can I finish? Let me finish.
Yeah.
Rather, it will be its own thing that exists in the same world as the DCU.
Yeah.
But away from major active events and characters in it. The easiest example I can think of is the first season of Mandalorian, which is set in the Star Wars universe around the time of Luke Skywalker, but does not make many explicit connections to that main saga storyline.
Yeah, so and I don't like this.
But this is just like being in a comic book. There are characters that don't get into the big events, but they still have storylines going on within that universe.
Yeah, but I want to see a Lanterns that expands the universe, creates a lot of possibilities for this universe, and has impact on the storyline of DC. I don't want it just to be its own thing. I like when these projects are extremely relevant to other projects. I like that. It's like a big soap opera. It's
but isn't you were just complaining about having to do homework for stuff, right? Am I correct?
If it's done well, like the Penguin is really done well for the Batman series.
And I said audiences are stupid because they don't want to do homework and they don't want to read it. And if you enjoy these characters, you should be looking into their background. It takes 5 minutes to do that. But I don't get the problem. It's set in DC. At any point in time, these Lanterns can jump to a film.
Oh, yeah. But don't you want some events that happen in Lanterns to really impact the DCU? No. I do.
Isn't that the problem? People weren't willing.
It's not a problem for me.
People weren't willing to watch the Marvel TV shows. And then when the movie comes out, oh, I don't know what's going on because I'm stupid. I didn't watch this.
The problem is they weren't good enough to get people to watch them. Whereas everyone's
What?
watching. People are going to watch the Batman
We,
2.
we still have people that refuse to watch Creature Commandos.
Yeah, Creature Commandos is not great. It's okay. But Penguin is an amazing series. It's an award contention series. Can you imagine anyone going into the Batman 2 that's not seeing the Penguin? It makes itself relevant and integral to the story. The crime what does Matt Reeves say? The Batman crime saga, whatever. So I this is not good news for me.
I don't know why, but I just think that you're always complaining you don't have enough time to
I
do
wanted
stuff.
the Lanterns to open up the universe and not to be so much grounded and
What?
have really epic events that maybe you get some heroes and villains from outer space come in. You know, you could get that from Superman too, but
why are you acting like you didn't notice when James Gunn did his announcement trailer?
Because James Gunn said in his slate that Lanterns was integral to the future of DCU when he pitched it.
Yes. And he said
and this is downplaying.
It would be two cops on Earth.
Yeah. No, that
we knew
part,
this
yes.
already. We knew all this, Max.
That part, yes. But as he said in the slate, I'm going to revisit that slate and do a revisiting the James Gunn slate 2 or 3 years later. That it's going to be integral and open up. Okay. All right.
It's just saying.
But the clarifications is the showrunner's downplaying. It's going to be its own thing, you know.
Epic Crime Saga. That's what it was called, Max. Epic Crime Saga.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't know. I just getting back to this.
Mm-hmm. What was your thoughts on? Did you even say your thoughts? Are you impressed by this?
I'm staying out of this one.
You're staying out of it?
Yes.
You're not going to say
I'm fine. I don't mind the picture.
You don't mind. You didn't love it. You didn't.
There are a few issues of Green Lantern from the 80s where Hal Jordan was wearing that similar jacket and jeans walking down the road in comics. What can you say? You know, until we see the full trailer or watch the show, there's really nothing I could judge it on.
That's what this is done. This is what it's released for, Bruce, is for you to judge and make comments on it. This is exactly what it's for. It's a promo image. It's a PR
image. I don't care about money and special effects when it comes to show. I watched Winona Earp. I watched freaking Babylon 5 back in the days. My favorite show of all time will always be Dark Shadows. And they have bats on strings going across the screen. So money in a show and special effects doesn't faze me.
Mm-hmm.
As long as I'm having fun watching said product. Shut up, Terry. Mind your business.
So no Jon Stewart on the big screen? Boo. They didn't say that.
No, we're gonna eventually you'll see these and they move towards their big event, whatever, 6 years.
I feel like now it's kind of pivoted since the slate announcement. Also, the industry is just going towards isolated superhero projects.
Can you read that one, please?
Netflix Daredevil didn't have money, and that was you don't need money to make a great show. Anthony Cheeseman, yeah.
Yeah, it's an okay photo.
Yeah.
They're both poon hounds in the show.
Nice.
So I'm pretty sure this is going to be rated mature. Well, 500 miles. Rhea, go ahead, Max.
I like the photo, but my petty complaint, it's not petty, is the lighting is flat and the composition is very nondescript. It may not have just been, I agree with you. I may have not just been like a professional photo. It might have just been like a frame of this. They're really filming right now. So they might just like release something, you know. I agree with that. This is raw. This is like raw footage that you don't get finalized, right? Is what I'm assuming, right, Bruce? This isn't like, what do they call it when you wrap filming?
Post-production shot.
This isn't like after post-production. This is raw footage. I don't think I actually think this is like a frame from the raw footage film instead of like a photographer off to the side, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I feel.
This show has talented people being in it. It does. The people demand the discussion on Shrek 5. Behind Shrek. It's okay, first photo, not mind-blowing, but nice to know it's begun filming. Perp, feel free to head over to my stream at 9:30. Max and Bruce gonna talk cinema.
I don't know, Perp. I don't know what happened on the last stream I was on here. No, I'm just kidding. This is my second stream of the day, and I might do a third, so I might pass for today, Perp, because I got to do
Shrek
some more
5, Barbie 2.
I'm planning on exercising
Later, Necron.
W Necron.
It looks like a shot from HBO show, which is what it is.
I mean, the only thing you could really get besides from this photo from their civilian clothes is just the look on their face. You are getting a certain vibe from Aaron Pierre. He seems like he's confident, means business, and Hal looks like he's gritting his teeth, and you know, he's disheveled a little bit. Looks like he's been through some shit. It looks like he needs to find someone to train, honestly.
Huh. We're gonna, I don't know if you want to continue talking about this, but we could talk about Shrek if you want.
Yeah, I'll talk.
Or we can talk about another announcement from Kathleen Kennedy.
Sure, Kathy won't leave, so let's hear what she's got to say.
The next planned Star Wars trilogy, which is being written by Simon Kinberg, is rolling fast and furiously in development, says Kathleen Kennedy. That has gone exceptionally well.
You dirty dog, Kathy. I'll explain. I am the Kathy Kennedy translator here. This is why things are announced so much and nothing comes to fruition. She is trying to get her name on and get all these projects rolling before she steps down so she could stay producer on all these projects. So anything, even if it goes cold for years and years, if it resurfaces, you're going to have Kathy Kennedy produced on it. So she's saying everything's active, everything's moving forward, everything sounds great. So when I step down and don't retire from movie making, because I'm going to be producer till the day I die, I will have producer credits when I'm sitting up with my lemonade and in my house and not being the president of Lucasfilm.
She's going to be eating caviar, baked potatoes.
She is trying to push so much stuff out before she steps down so she could have her producer stuff on everything. That's what this is.
But if it's in fast production, it's rolling fast.
If it's even announced when she's still president, she's going to have producer credits, even if she steps down. That's why I'm saying anyone expecting when she steps down that it's going to be a fresh start for Star Wars, it ain't going to happen for a while. If stuff comes down the pike and it was originally announced by Kathy, even if it goes dormant for a while, she's going to have producer credits and be sitting up relaxing, you know?
So,
So,
you know,
another Star Wars trilogy. We're really making progress on this trilogy.
Had to throw that little in there. And then we have what we have? Shrek 5, which I haven't watched the trailer. I don't know if we could watch the trailer or not.
Mm-hmm.
Caviar baked potatoes. Yes. Figure Joy knows what I'm talking about. Where are Shrek 2 sons? Let me find that. Are you looking forward to this, Max?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I need personally a Shrek 5, but it was a fun series. Mm-hmm. When Eddie Murphy had some down years where his movies weren't doing well, he was still hitting on all cylinders as Donkey and Shrek. I think he's the star of the show, honestly. I like Donkey better than Shrek. I still like Shrek.
Donkey and Puss in Boots better
Yeah.
than Shrek.
So
I didn't care for the rest of the Shrek movie. Well, we did get a casting. Zendaya is being cast as Shrek's daughter.
Yeah. So do you have the image? There's an image of her released already.
What?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me see.
So I'm okay with them making a Shrek 5. I enjoyed the movies. I wasn't dying for it. I think enough times passed if you're going to try another one.
They're already calling this woke.
Why?
What is woke? They're saying she's a lesbian. They made her a lesbian.
How do we know this?
Because she has a nose ring.
That doesn't mean you're a lesbian.
I know.
She sees she's a rebel.
What you expect from the internet?
The only criticism I would say is she looks a little bit more modern than Shrek and Fiona. I guess it's the nose ring and her hair, a little bit more modern, but she's, not younger generation. So, I mean, I'm fine with this. The big concern is everyone says, where are her siblings? Because the images from do you have the images when she was a kid, when she was a baby from the last Shrek movie?
No.
Let me see if I could find it. Hold on a second here.
This one?
Let me see. Yeah. Yeah. So what happened to the other two? That's the big controversy. Maybe that's the whole story.
Maybe they're away in college.
Maybe that, so there's what happened to the boys, because there's two brothers there. Yeah. Oh, let me see. RJ says, are there any thoughts on the change in animation style and art direction? People are saying they need to fix it like Ugly Sonic. I haven't seen any issues. I think they look a little bit different. Technology has really changed. It's gotten better since the last Shrek movie was released, Oh no, figure drawing. The boys were deported. Maybe she.
Oh my
God. Please let her have a Valley Girl personality. So yeah, I think it looks all right. I mean, the animation looks good. I'm not sure if I'm vibing with the new character yet.
Isn't this will be set in the real world?
I don't know. I don't think so.
They blend in better with the real world this way. I thought I heard that this is supposed to be set in the real world, like Sonic.
I think Degrassi is suggesting Shrek now goes into the real world. I have to remember what happens in the Shrek movies. I thought they were always in their own little Shrek world. I didn't think they crossed over to the real world.
I don't remember anything about this.
Yeah. But Anthony, I think you're missing what Degrassi gives hints like that. So he's suggesting maybe with the fifth movie that there's a storyline where they go into the real world. I think that's what he's saying. Is that what you're saying, Degrassi? That in this Shrek movie, now they are going to interact with the real world? I don't like that idea at all. I don't like that everything has to interact with the real world. I like to be its own little universe. I'll see it. It depends on the trailer. The trailer, I mean, I'll probably eventually see it regardless, but if I'm going to go see it in theaters, it really depends on the trailer. Is that all we got? Anything else? Anything else in the chat?
Anything else you want to talk about? Terrifier 5. Terrifier director wants to do Halloween movies. I saw that earlier. I'm trying to see what else did I have up.
I think that'd be good.
Oh, we got this. Warner Brothers DC and Mattel Inc. multi-year consumer product deal. McFarlane will no longer be making the toys for Warner Brothers, which is a good thing.
They've had agreements with Mattel before.
Yeah, so it's been 6 years ago when McFarlane took over. The problem with the McFarlane toys that they're not made for kids to play with.
Okay. I thought Mattel still made some, and then I know McFarlane made it, but I didn't think McFarlane made all the DC toys. Okay. I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah.
I would assume that McFarlane makes a better product than Mattel.
Yeah, but the
So
problem is that kids don't buy them. They're not made for kids. They're made for 40-plus-year-old men to go out and
I used to
buy.
cover a lot of Mattel and Hasbro products, and when I stopped covering them with my wife, they really skimped on the quality. The quality went way downhill. So this doesn't excite me personally.
Well, anything, like I said yesterday, anything to bring younger fans into the hobby of comics and toys and is pretty good, because start them young.
Yeah. So the good thing is here, what I think James Gunn is succeeding already is accomplishing getting younger audiences interested in this DC universe with Superman, with Crypto and that connection. And I do not see how Crypto is not going to sell a lot of toys and stuffed animals and stuff.
Yeah, a lot of stuffed animals.
So I do feel that's been consistently where I think Warner Brother has made really bad decisions. And I'm not just talking about the Snyderverse. I'm talking about Young Justice, the original Batman movies, the original Superman movies. They always go, well, we're not selling enough toys. I think if James Gunn succeeds in his pitch with Crypto and that, now they're going to be selling toys. I think once you have the Superman that's this interactive with Crypto and really sell Crypto to the mass market, and if it works, then you're talking about Spider-Man level toys. Like, that's going to get Superman everywhere again. So you need a manufacturer to do it. I don't trust the Mattel is my issue. That they deliver a quality product. Now people going to want to buy Crypto toys? Yes, but it depends on if the toy looks like crap or not. That's all I have to say.
So,
well, Callie, I almost said Kathy's all tuckered out. Callie's all tuckered out. Thank you for the engagement for everyone today. We had a good show today.
Yeah.
Anything else we want to cut? Thank you, Bruce, for putting the Power Hour together.
Someone has to work hard on this show.
I work extremely hard. You think it's easy coming out with this these takes?
I thought you just pulled your takes. I literally thought you just pulled your takes out your ass and just picked one.
There's something else in there that's not takes.
Oh, jeez. I do not want to know.
I don't pull my takes out of there. But from here.
But I think that we're going to end the show here. If go over to Perp Stream and watch Perp's channel. Max, are you going live again tonight?
I might. I talked to Brian earlier. I might have Brian on, but I don't know. I'll have to see. I have to exercise. I got to keep my exercise going.
Good for you.
And keep progress going. So I'll see.
I will be back tomorrow on Renovision to do the qualified with Joe, Jedi, Sticks, and Dom. We're talking about female comic book artist tomorrow night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. Then I'll be back on Kingdom of Nerds on Sunday for the other comic book show, which will be my 1,500 subscriber giveaway show. And one of the books I will be giving away will be a foil copy of Omega Man 3, the first appearance of Lobo.
Awesome.
Yep. So make sure you tune in. Make sure you hit the notification button, hit the like button, subscribe to both channels if you have not. If you're watching on the rewind, leave a comment on how bad Max's takes are. So have a good night. Take care. and made the force be female.